Are people lying about protective hairstyle and is it actually growing natural hair? This is a question that most people would actually think about and they are looking for answers. So you're going to find all the answers to your questions concerning protective hairstyles, especially if you've been using a protective hairstyle and your hair hasn't grown past a certain length for such a long time. This is a video you do not want to skip. I'm going to be explaining hair growth, length retention, and protective hairstyles if you should keep up with it or if you just scrap it out. So keep watching for all that information. I was actually in the position you're in right now because I had to do a deep dive on YouTube, do a bunch of research because my hair was breaking so much and I was on a protective hairstyle. I've been using protective hairstyle like how everybody has been saying, oh, I use this protective hairstyle, you grew my hair. I would try that and my hair would literally be breaking in my front. So I had to do a deep dive, had to understand protective hairstyle. Is it really for me? Like at a point I was like, maybe protective hairstyle is not for me. I should look for an alternative way to actually grow my hair. But don't worry, I'll explain every single thing for you. I had to understand what a protective hairstyle is because when I did my research, I found out that protective hairstyle and hairstyles are totally different things and it just changed my perspective because a protective hairstyle is meant to protect your hair. If it's not keeping your hair safe from manipulation, breakage, exposure to environmental elements, stress from styling, that is not a protective hairstyle. If your hair is breaking in a protective hairstyle, it is not a protective hairstyle. So you need to note that if your hair is not protected, your hair is not healthy, like you're not maintaining your hair health with a protective hairstyle, cut that protective hairstyle off. That is not a protective hairstyle, it's a hairstyle. And don't worry, I'll explain key things that you should look out for. Like I'm going to go into the key things you should look out for before picking a protective hairstyle. The first thing is your hair type. This was honestly the game changer for me. That's why it's the first on my list. I did not know what was hair type, what was hair density, what was fine hair, what was thick hair. I just thought that if you want this hairstyle and people say it's protecting your hair, go ahead and try it. I was actually seeing my hair fall out from braids, like the extension I had on my hair would literally fall out. I'm sure most people have experienced this when their front hair, the braids will actually fall out with their hair and they think that's normal. That is not normal. When I realized I had fine hair and had low density, it just changed the game for me because my hair is falling out because the extension I'm putting on it is too much weight. Because of the weight of the extension is causing my hair to break. So most people have fine hair or they have low density hair. They might have thick hair, high density, thick hair, low density. All these things they matter. You need to make sure you actually find out what type of hair you have. When I realized I had fine hair, I cut off extensions from my hair. And honestly, when I started doing this, my hair started improving, my breakage reduced. I noticed that the health of my hair started improving. My curl pattern started becoming more even. My hair looked healthy, it looked shiny. It just stopping extensions alone changed my hair. And one thing about extensions is that once you find a way to cut it off, you find alternative ways to actually style your hair with your natural hair alone. And I found so many ways I can style my hair and make it look pretty, come up with designs, come up with a lot of just being creative. But the first thing you should consider is your type of hair. If you have fine hair, please, I would always advise just cut off extensions or try using lightweight extensions. I would say don't even add extensions because you don't know when the weight of the hair would just be so much that your hair is breaking. So just cut off extensions and you will see your hair will start thriving. It's a very simple test. You can do a lot of research, like check online. You will see a hair chart which will help you to determine whether you have fine hair or thick hair. It's so easy for you to figure out, but knowing your hair type can be the solution to all your problems. Another thing to consider is your hair health and condition. Most people would find out that they have split ends or their hair is damaged and they keep on putting another protective hairstyle. Immediately they come out from one protective hairstyle, they are putting their hair in another protective hairstyle. You need to actually face that issue you're having and find a solution to it because it's not going to stop if you put it in a protective hairstyle. Most people would keep their hair tucked away and be like, okay, I have a problem, but if I put my hair tucked away, it would find a solution by itself. Like my hair is no, I'm not doing anything to my hair, so it should be okay. One thing about split ends is that it's going to run through the length of your hair and going to cause more breakage. Sometimes you might pick the right protective hairstyle for your hair, but when you take down your hair, you're noticing your hair is breaking so much. Maybe you have split ends, maybe you need a protein treatment to help strengthen your hair. There are so many things you need to put in place even though you pick the right protective hairstyle. Make sure you're keeping up with your routine, your scalp is clean, make sure you have no existing condition like split ends. If you have split ends, you can solve that by trimming off your dead ends. Honestly, trimming it off will be your best bet, because if you're holding on to dead ends, they're going to cause more damage to your hair in the long run. So note that another thing to consider is your hair health and condition, and make sure that your hair is clean, prepped for that protective hairstyle. And don't just put your protective hairstyle when your hair is not washed, you've not moisturized, you've not deep conditioned, you've not add your oils, butter. Like make sure your hair is healthy and ready for that protective hairstyle. Another thing to consider is your lifestyle and activity. Anytime I'm putting a protective hairstyle in, because normally I use my protective hairstyle as a long term thing, I keep it for 3 months. So I like to consider my day-to-day activities. Is it easy to maintain? How long will I wear it? How can I switch it up without actually manipulating my hair and causing breakage? These are the questions I ask myself before picking any protective hairstyle. Easy to maintain means, can I actually wash my hair? Can I do my routine on that protective hairstyle? That's why I always go for no extensions added to my hair, because it's easy for me to do my routine. How long do I plan to wear it? Like I mentioned before, I wear my hair for 3 months, and because I'm wearing my hair for 3 months, I know by the second month it's going to get so frizzy I can't wear it out. So how can I switch it up without actually taking down the hair or doing any extra styling that will cause tension to my scalp, which is wearing wigs and scarves? So these are the questions you should ask yourself before picking any protective hairstyle. If it's not fitting into your lifestyle and your day-to-day activity, I would say consider another protective hairstyle. So this is another thing you should just think of. Especially, is it easy to maintain? Because you need to make sure you're keeping up with your routine. I'm going to talk more on that, but that's another very, very important thing. Because you keep your hair in protective hairstyle, you think that okay, after my hair's in the protective hairstyle, when I take it down, my hair is going to be all right. If you're not doing your routine, when you take it down, it's going to be breaking so much. So having your routine and being able to do your routine is another thing to actually put in place. Another major thing to consider is your styling choice. You need to make sure that whatever protective hairstyle you're putting in, your installation process, your takedown process should be what, like, the first thing on your mind. Installing your hair is very, very important. If you notice in all my videos, like the videos and clips you've seen, I make my hair myself. Most times, if I'm getting help, it's very, very, like a very low chance I allow people to touch my hair, because I've had so many bad experience with people not knowing how to take care of natural hair. And because of that, I had to learn how to make my hair myself. And learning is just your best bet. Nobody is going to care for your hair the way you're going to care for it. So if you're putting in a protective hairstyle, especially something that does not require you adding extensions, I would say practice is your best bet. You can't say you don't know how to do something if you're not practicing. You can always learn to make your hair yourself, and it's just the best bet, because my hair is doing so much better because I install my hair myself, so I'm able to minimize breakage. I'm able to know how to care for my hair by installing it myself, and also my takedown process. Another thing to consider for the styling is low tension. I like to go for low tension hairstyles. Like I mentioned, I'm not adding extensions to my hair, so whatever hair I'm doing or whatever protective hairstyle I'm doing, I'm not rough with my hair. I'm making sure my braids are not too tight, which can cause my hair to break. So looking for low tension hairstyle is very important. Avoiding anything that is tight to your hair is also very, very important. Your scalp health, very important, because it's going to help you to stop your hair from breaking. So I'm going to talk more in depth about maintenance, because this is something that is very, very important. When you're in your protective hairstyle, it's always mandatory for you to actually care for your hair in that protective hairstyle. It's not something that you can avoid. It's not something that you should not be consistent with. This is something that is very, very important because picking the right protective hairstyle is very important. But caring for your hair in that protective hairstyle will determine how your hair would come out from that protective hairstyle. If you're not keeping up with your routine, if you're not constantly making sure your hair is not dry, you would actually get the opposite result of what you're doing. So for my own routine, I have a routine I do to my hair every single week. I have my moisture routine and my wash day routine. I found out that me keeping up with my routine is what works for me. Being consistent and just keeping up has helped my hair so much. And also note that when you're doing your routine, make sure you have certain products that work for your type of hair. Know your hair porosity is very important, and your hair porosity is basically how your hair retains moisture and how it absorbs moisture. Moisture is a very key and important thing when it comes to natural hair. Your hair thrives on moisture because if your hair is dry, it's going to break. Dry hair leads to split ends, and split ends lead to breakage. So you need to know what type of hair porosity you have, whether you have high or low porosity. This would help you to pick the right products for your hair so that you'll be able to care for your hair better, know how to take care of your hair. And for the maintenance, that's why I said extensions is not your best bet because I've tried washing my hair with extensions. It even makes the extensions so heavy on my hair because of the water. So that's why I would always say if you're looking or you want to do a long-term protective hairstyle, because I keep mine for 3 months, because of that I'm like no extensions added because I want to be able to maintain and take care of my hair very well. So maintenance is another very important thing to consider. So in summary, can I grow my hair with protective hairstyle? The answer is yes. You can grow your hair with protective hairstyles. Protective hairstyles help you to retain length by minimizing breakage and damage, which is a major factor in natural hair growth. So when it comes to protective hairstyle, your hair growth is a totally different thing. Protective hairstyle would help you retain length. Hair growth happens like it's a cycle in your hair. It's always going to happen. Your hair is constantly growing. Your only problem is that you're not retaining length, and protective hairstyle is one major thing that can help you do that. However, it is important to note that protective styles need to be installed and maintained properly to avoid causing damage. Like that's why I said maintenance is very important and installing your hair. Aside picking the right protective hairstyle, these are like the two most important things. And last thing is your takedown process, which is very, very important also. For my own personal journey, talking from experience, protective hairstyle has been a major help. But looking back, protective hairstyles has also been a reason why my hair has not grown past a certain length. That's why it's very important to understand every single thing I've mentioned in this video because once I understood everything, it totally changed my hair. From 2024 up to this point, seeing amazing changes to my hair. I can't believe how fast I've been able to retain length because I've struggled with hair growth and length retention for such a long time. But keeping my hair longer, like keeping my protective hairstyle longer, has been a major game changer. I have a 3 month challenge that I'm doing on my channel, and I recently dropped my 1 year update. Like I've been doing this 3 months challenge consistently for a year, and it has changed my hair so much. I've realized that protective hairstyle help you to retain length, but even though you're keeping your protective hairstyle for 1 month and you're taking it down, with the growth we get each month, we get like half an inch to an inch every month. And every time I take down my hair, no matter how careful I am, I still experience a little breakage. So I realized that if I keep my protective hairstyle longer, I have a better chance for retaining more length. And if I retain more length, my hair is like my length retention is faster. So I'll be able to retain the most length I've ever done in my life, or just being natural in general. So if you want to join my 3 months challenge, you can just do that by subscribing. I have so many videos talking about this, and I also drop like weekly updates on everything I'm doing to my hair so that we can all keep up with everything we're doing. But I would say that knowing everything I've mentioned in this video is very important, and following it. And another way to also boost your chances is long-term protective hairstyle, because if you pick the right protective hairstyle and you're always switching up your hairstyle, you're not actually solving the problem of reducing manipulation. You need to be able to reduce manipulation. And I've tried keeping my protective hairstyle for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and 3 months is just the best bet for you. I've never tried 4 months, but after 3 months, I think that's well enough for you to actually switch up your protective hairstyle. So I really hope this video was helpful because I really want to go in depth on protective hairstyle and actually just answer the question that you can actually grow your hair with protective hairstyles. There are also alternative ways you can grow your hair without protective hairstyles, and I think I might do another video on that because there are also ways you can do that, even though it might be slower or it might not be a faster way to actually retain more length, but there are also alternative ways you can actually grow your hair if you don't like protective hairstyles. Let me know if you want to see that video, and if you have any questions you can leave that in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer that. And if you want more details about my challenge, you can just subscribe and check my channel out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you guys and bye.